Today, the new Portland City Council heard from Multnomah County on their Homelessness Response Action Plan. They want to shelter or house nearly 2,700 people by the end of the year, but it's been a point of contention among former county commissioners and former city commissioners, who at one point floated a plan to break up the partnership and stop sending city dollars to the county for homelessness. That effort was paused by the old government, leaving it up to the new council to decide on any changes. This afternoon, councilors heard a brief overview of where the county is in their homeless response. The county says the plan is on track and that they've met or exceeded many of the goals they made as part of the plan. But city councilors had a lot of questions. For instance, one of the plan's goals is to prevent homelessness among people aging out of the foster care system. You see it a lot, or people leaving hospitals or jails. But the county doesn't actually have a good way of tracking those people.
We're not starting from a blank page on any of this, but there are a lot of unanswered questions, and one of them is, how big is the problem? And I think we're closest to knowing how big the problem is for youth foster care, but in terms of the exit from carceral settings and exits from healthcare settings, yeah, it's not a blank page. They are working on it, but being able to answer the question of how big that problem is, that's not something we're currently able to answer.
They say the county is working on it.
Some hospital systems are able to give us pretty good data about the number of folks they think they're discharging either to a shelter or sometimes to the street. Other hospital systems have less of that data readily available. And so we're starting with that sort of cloudier picture of it's in this broad range and starting to really work down to actionable numbers and populations.
Now, another piece of the plan has to do with increasing the supply of housing, including converting empty buildings into housing in Portland. The county says that some conversions are underway, and the city helped start 2 of those projects in Old Town. But some building owners are hitting snags.
And last I checked, there were 17 individual buildings that had come to the city to ask for help and direction. I'm not sure any of them have figured out how to get across that financial finish line as of this moment. I don't know if
No, I don't think they're across the finish line, but they are in active conversation. So it'll be a part of, okay, what options do we have for funding, pulling it all together, and the city assisting them in that process and seeing whether it pencils, just to be frank.
City councilors had some other questions. Loretta Smith wanted to change the way race was reported in order to meet culturally specific needs among homeless people. And Steve Novick wants to look at what other cities are doing, like whether Portland has too many steps involved when it comes to housing production. Mayor Keith Wilson and some members of City Council will eventually join the county's steering committee for the Homelessness Response Action Plan. Lots of committees here. We'll keep you posted on how it evolves.